What's up, guys? It's your girl Nosh. This message is a special message. It's a little cheesy, but I think we need more cheese in this world. With everything that's going on, I think we need something like this in order to bring us back to life. I just finished watching a drama called 2521. It's a K-drama. If you're interested, please check it out. If you ever had a first love that you walked away from unwillingly, this is something that might be something you need to watch. Again, if you had a first love and both of you were passionately in love with each other, crazy in love with each other, insanely in love with each other, but love just wasn't enough to get both of you through, this is something you need to watch. Me watching this, it reminded me that whenever we leave a situation, we should always leave it with the good that we took from it. I think most of us, what we do is when we leave a situation, we only take the bad away. We only leave with feelings that hurt. And with that hurt, we attach certain experiences, certain places, certain songs, certain memories, certain movies, certain smells, certain feelings. We associate it to that pain. And that pain is what stops us from moving forward. Now imagine if we took the experiences that we had in life and we only took the good from them. Understanding that, yeah, bad is there, but the good was what felt good, right? It's the good that felt so damn delicious, right? It's what kept us going. So I want to tell my brokenhearted people out there, my people who think they're lonely, my people who think that they'll never find someone for themselves. I want you to go back to that time period when you had all of that, when you had the love, when you had that friendship, when you had that bond. Because this doesn't even go for people who are looking for love. This goes for people who are looking for that camaraderie between two people, that friendship. Sometimes we need to reflect and be vulnerable, and let a tear let a tear drop for that. We've met so many people. We've come across so many people that have touched us in so many different ways, have impacted our lives. This is a message to be thankful to those people, to be grateful to those people. And I think watching the K-drama 2521 made me turn around and be grateful. I've always been grateful for the experiences that I've had. I've always been grateful for the people that I've come across and then the things that I've learned from people, even in the time periods where I've met these people and they ended up, hurting me and leaving me or abandoning me. I still don't feel any, pain. I feel nothing but happiness because it was an honor to meet those individuals. Because at the end of the day, if I never met those individuals, I would not be where I am today. Just like you, if you wouldn't have gone through that road, that night, that day, you wouldn't be who you are today. Each and every individual that we meet, everyone that we come across, everyone that we come in contact with, they teach us something. It is very foolish of us to sit and resent them and to hate them. I think this is where that forgiveness part comes in. I don't know if you guys, are familiar with my other videos, but I talk about how I have the spirit of forgiveness where I have this ability to look at a situation and not hate it and not feel resentment towards it, not feel shameful, not feel guilty. I always say it's good for the plot. It's good for the plot. Because right now, as I am speaking and right now, as you're listening, wherever you are, your story is not finished. There are still so many more experiences that the universe is going to give to you, that life is going to offer you. This is a message for you to say yes to those opportunities, to say yes to love, to say yes to friendship, to say yes to passion. Say yes to resilience, determination, persistence, ambition. Just because something didn't work out doesn't mean nothing is going to work out. So if you're listening to this message or you come across this video, I want you to please, please, please understand that you could do this. You could do it again. You can love again. You can find real friends again. You can find hope again. It's there. Hope, faith, joy, happiness don't go anywhere. They're always there. It's us who turns the back to them. We turn our backs to these things and we look in the other direction where we don't see it, but it's always there. We just have to turn around. Like, for instance, many of us have breakups and we turn around and we talk so much shit about the people that we were with, not understanding that we had to be with that person because we had to learn something. Like, shout out to my first love. I'm so grateful for that individual. I'm so thankful for that individual. Wherever that individual is today, I hope you are healthy. I hope you are safe. And I hope you are happy. Thank you for being the light. Sorry, guys. Thank you for being the light that I needed at that moment when I was going through whatever it is that I was going through. Granted, we didn't work out. Oh, this is embarrassing, right? Oh. But this is what we call real. This is what we call vulnerability, to be able to say exactly how we feel. So today I'm saying how I feel. Thank you so much to my first love, because my first love taught me so much. My first love is something I don't think I will ever resent or regret or hate, no matter how we ended. Because when we were together, the times were so great. We were so happy. The only thing is we were children at that time. We were immature in our heads. We were adults, but we were acting like children. We didn't realize the greatness that we had when we had it. Sometimes greatness has to be taken away from us in order for us to understand how great something was, how beautiful something was. We don't realize it till it's gone. Just like that old saying, you don't miss your waters till your well runs dry. So I know some of you out there have that same type of situation where you probably hate your first love. Don't hate them. Be thankful. Be grateful. Because that person taught you how to love. They taught you how to love yourself. Because what if you needed to have that person in your life in order to find yourself? I'm a big firm believer of that. That sometimes we find people because we needed to find ourselves. We meet people because we needed to meet ourselves. Those are the connections that you never forget. Like me sitting here 7 years down the line, 8 years down the line, I still remember every moment that we had together. Not in a sense where I'm like, oh, I want it back. No, I do want that back. I want that bond, that familiarity, that friendship that we shared, that closeness that we shared. But I want it with someone else now. I believe that if I got it once and it didn't work out, I believe that it can happen for me again. And this time it will work out. That is the attitude we all need to possess. That if it didn't work out, it can work out with someone else. So this is what this message is about, to help you guys, to give you guys the encouragement that love is out there. But first, it starts within you. The only reason I'm able to even look back and be grateful and be full of gratitude, even though this person and I hurt each other so much. We hurt each other so much. At the end, you know how it is, guys. At the end of a breakup, you're like screaming and kicking and clawing at each other. You totally forget how you met. Your kisses under the rain, the dances that you did, the picnics, the dinners, the late night movies, the sleepovers. You forget all of that when you're at the end of something. Because all you see at the end is the end. And it's okay, because in the heat of the moment, that's what happens. But just as long as you don't hate that person, that's what matters. Because that hate is what's going to stop you from moving forward. Where there was a time period where I used to say, I don't ever want to see that person again. I could care less for that person. I don't ever want what I had with that person. No, I just said it because I was angry. Because today, you know what I say? I would like the same thing, but with someone who was better. Because I'm a better version of me. Because sometimes when we meet people to become the better versions of us. 7 years ago, who I was compared to who I am today is completely different. 7 years ago, I was immature, I was jealous, I was childish. I threw tantrums, I was a spoiled brat. I wanted everything my way. I could care less for anybody else and their feelings. It was all about my feelings and what I wanted. Hey, I was at a point where I wanted to fight with God because I wasn't getting what I wanted. You see how immature I was? Now, today, 7 years later, in 2023, I am a completely different person. I am a better person than who I used to be. I'm a better person than who I was when I was in that relationship with my first love. Now, if I got the opportunity to be in a relationship, to be with someone, to share that closeness again, to share that familiarity, to share that bond again, I think I would do so much better. That's how we should be thinking. Like, oh yeah, give me that again. Give me that task again. Give me the task of love again. Let me show you what I've learned and let me do it better. The problem is that we shut down. We prick our fingers and we get so scared to touch the needle again. But the thing is, it's that pricking of the finger, that blood that comes out. That is what helps us grow. That is what helps us realize, oh, wait, okay, so it hurts a little bit, but eventually the pain goes away really quick. You ever prick your finger to test your diabetes? If I have any diabetics that listen to me. Or you ever prick your finger? Well, that's the only reason I prick my finger is to check my my blood levels, right? And my sugar levels, actually. And I remember the first time when my mom went to go prick my finger, I was so scared. I just kept pulling it back like, no, it's going to hurt, Mom. And she said, no, it's not. Just give me your finger real quick. I'll do it really, it's going to be really quick. Especially now with the technology that they have, it's like so quick. Before, like in the early, like, 2000s, it was a little, they would literally use a needle. But now they have these contraptions where they just kind of like prick your finger real quick. It's like a matter of milliseconds and it's done. That's how it is. You only fear something once, and you already did it. You fell in love already. Because most of you who listen to me, you've already been in love, or you were in love. You had your heart broken, and now you probably feel like, oh no, that's it. It's not it. It's not it for me. Love is not it for me. Cupid is not my friend. That's why I wanted to put this message out. I wanted to change your thinking about that. I wanted to change your thinking, and I wanted you to say yes to love. If you have the opportunity to fall, don't fall, grow. Grow in love. Start with friendship first. Friendship is the highest octave of love. Okay? Start with friendship. My first love, we started with friendship and we ended up dating. Got engaged. And when we got engaged, that's when we realized who we really were. If it's meant for you to take it that far, take it that far. And always remember that no matter what happens, the universe got your back. God's got your back. So if today you decide to empty out your heart and give room to love, remember, the love is there for you. Sometimes love doesn't know how to approach us because we're the ones that are so closed off to it. Even though we're the ones that are saying, oh, we don't want to be lonely anymore. We want to be in love. We want to find someone. Do we really? Secretly, does it really scare us because of what happened to us? I think that's the reason why, we want love. We say we want love, but when we actually find it, or when it comes up to us and smacks us in the face, we're like, oh my God, no. Can I change my order, please? No, I don't want it. That's the hurdle you have to get over. Instead of running, instead of having your sneakers laced up, ready to go, sit down. Sit down and see what happens. What's the worst is going to happen? It's not going to work out. You already know how it feels when it doesn't work out. So this time when it doesn't work out, you'll see the telltale signs, so you pull yourself back. So that's all it is. Just like that first time when you're going to prick your finger, you're scared, but then when you do it, you're like, okay, that didn't hurt. Okay, it wasn't so bad. So think about that for a second. For all my friends out there who have PTSD when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love, the way you're going to be able to get over that is if you don't try again. That's where I go into that whole thing where I said, you have memories attached to pain. Release that pain. Release the resentment. Release the regret. These are the biggest things that will hold you down hostage. They will make you heavier. If it didn't work out, it's fine. Maybe that's a chance for you to understand that this person was not yours and your person is coming towards you once you get rid of this person out of your heart, out of your mind, out of your life. And you don't have to say, harsh things. You don't have to have the last word. It's best to leave things in harmony, because if you don't, you will circle back to that. Sometimes when we are faced with situations and we respond with hate, we will notice those situations come back up into our lives again, but in different ways. But once we learn how to leave something with harmony, that's when you know that it's fine. It's okay. Whatever played out the way it was supposed to. Like me and my first love, for example. We knew at the end of the relationship, we knew when we ended that we weren't right for each other from the start, but we were just too stubborn and we wanted to make it work. We wanted to prove the world wrong. But instead, we became just like the world. We became what we never wanted to become. That's what ended us. And we were able to be adults about it and say to each other, I'm not happy. So when someone says to you, they're not happy, and if you truly love them, you let them go so they can be happy. That's what ended up happening with us. We both truly loved each other so much. We cared for each other so much that we were willing to let each other go because we weren't happy with each other. That's when I realized that we actually loved each other. It just wasn't meant for us to be. We should have just stayed friends. Sometimes there's people in your life that you should have just stayed friends with. But if you didn't, it's fine, because that's what was supposed to happen. Once we have that connection, right? Once we make that connection, things are so much easier to swallow. Things are so much easier to look at. Where today, after all these years, I can say, wow, I don't hate my ex. We just didn't work out. We were two different people. Did we part nastily? No, we didn't part in a nasty manner. We just said, look, are you happy? No, I'm not happy. Okay, I'm not happy either. So you know what? Let's just not be together anymore and find the people that, we're supposed to be with, that we can be happy with. But one thing we got wrong was that it's not people that make us happy. It is ourselves that make us happy. We both, as individuals, were not happy with who we were. That's why we did not work. Example. That's a big example to learn from. When you are not happy with yourself, you will tend to find flaws in everything around you. When you are happy with yourself and you're good with yourself, you love yourself, you hold yourself up in a high honor, it's different then. It's very different. It's so much easier to love someone, and it's so much easier to be loved. Then you pick and choose who you want to be with, who you want to have enter into your life. That is something very scary, to be with someone who is not happy within themselves. And it's very scary when you have two people together who are not happy within themselves. Just like we weren't happy within ourselves. We weren't happy with our family situations. We weren't happy, with the way we looked, with the way we were. There's so many things you can tag on to that. And what we did is we took it out on love. We took it out on each other. Poor love was sitting there like, but guys, I just want to love. I just want to be happy. And we looked at love as like, it's all your fault. You know what I mean? We made love the enemy, but love is not the enemy. It is the people that we choose to be with. It's the people that we surround ourselves with. Love is there. Love is real. It's been a very, very long time since I've actually said this out loud. True love does exist. It just takes a matter of time to find it. It's there. You just got to be patient. Some of us get lucky and we get the better cards, right? Better playing hand. Some of us have to wait to shuffle. Maybe next round. But they say 3 times the charm, right? We all have our first love, our puppy love. Our second love is the love that teaches us. That's that adult love, that adult relationship. Like, I've had my puppy love. You know, it was fine. That's when I was in high school. But my adult love, you know, that is what really made me into who I am today. This person really brought so much light into my life. I honestly feel like I was with this person because I needed to become closer to God. And that's what this person helped me do, find my light. That's why, again, I'm going to say it. If you're listening, I don't know if you're listening or not. You know who you are. But 7 years ago, you helped me find myself. And I am so appreciative and I'm so grateful for you. Again, wherever you are, I hope you're happy and you're healthy and you're doing good. Once, you know, I came across this feeling, I was able to set myself free. Not many of us are able to do that. Many of us just bury it in our hearts. And we just learn to get used to living with this feeling inside of us. What if we stop getting used to something and we actually face it head on and we talk to it instead of running away from it, and we say, look, this is what makes me afraid. And I'm going to sit down with what makes me afraid, or what I'm trying to bury away, what I'm trying to hide, and I'm going to face it. I guarantee you, once you face it, you feel so much better. Because at the end of the day, love conquers all, guys. And that's what I was talking about in the beginning of the message. I don't want to sound cheesy, but love conquers all. Where there is love, hate cannot survive. It can't. Even in the sense when you give someone so much love, they will love you. They have no other choice but to love you. Like, I have people who probably hate me, but when they listen to my podcast, or they listen to my YouTube, or they watch my TikTok, they really see that I'm not really trying to like be better than anybody. All I'm trying to do is help you and teach you and help you grow, to teach you to grow. And the experiences that I've had, I'm just sharing them with you. I'm not here trying to say I'm better than this one, I'm better than that one. No, I'm just someone who's just a voice that's trying to make you feel better about what's going on. Because sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need to hear that we are not the only ones going through this. Sometimes failure is what reminds us of who we are. So if you have failed at something, whether it's love, relationship, friendship, family relationship, money, business, whatever it is, understand that it is not the end. You can still pick up and start again. That is the beauty of life. All right? And again, at the end of the day, I don't hate anybody. I have nothing but love in my heart for everyone. Just like Tupac says, it's not that I don't want you to eat. You just can't eat here. You know, like, I have so much love for my first love, right? But guess what? I don't know. You're fine. If we were to ever see each other on the street in the future, I'd probably just wave at him and keep going. Because we are not the same people that we were. We're different people today. Even with you guys who are listening to me, you're different people today. What happened to you doesn't define you. Your divorce doesn't define you. You know, your broken house doesn't define you. Your broken marriage doesn't define you. Your broken relationship doesn't define you. And your broken heart definitely does not define you. And at the end of the day, guys, very, very important, you only break your own heart. All right? No one breaks your heart. You break your own heart because you set expectations. I learned that the hard way. I learned that, and I had to sacrifice so much that I loved because I learned that the hard way. I don't want anybody sacrificing anything, especially something that they love. So understand, when you set expectations on certain things and they don't work out, you're breaking your own heart. So best thing is to just free fall. Just do everything unplanned, in a sense. Live day by day. Live in the moment. Live in the presence. Live in the present moment. Once you start living and breathing in the present moment, you'll understand the beauty it holds. You'll be more grateful. You'll be more thankful. And that's another thing I want to add to this message. Every night going to bed, be grateful for at least 5 things and watch your life change. Gratitude is everything. Breathe in gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful for the life that you have, the breath that you have in your lungs, the job that you have, the health that you have, the people that you have surrounding you. And even if you can't be grateful for none of that, be grateful for the bed that you sleep in. Be grateful for the warmth that you have, the light that basically gives you electricity to write, the phone that you have that you're listening to me through. Be grateful for the small things. Be grateful for the things, all things that you have. Be grateful for the bad things as well, too. I know this sounds so weird, but I'm one of those people where I'll be like, God, thank you so much for making that happen. Now I see what's really going on. I'm really thankful for that situation to play out the way it did. I look at my life as a theatrical. Leo rising, go figure. My life is a drama, okay? And you know what happens in the drama? You have actors that play out certain characters, right? We have the villain, and the villain in the real life, like, okay, let's take Klaus. Let's take Klaus from Vampire Diaries. He was horrible in Vampire Diaries. Klaus was so ignorant, so arrogant, so egotistical. But in real life, that man is a sweetheart, right? Sweetheart. I actually had somebody comment on one of his videos that I posted on TikTok when they said that he may be a villain in Vampire Diaries, but in real life, he's a sweetheart. I agree with you. He is a sweetheart in real life. Very, very sweet. Totally full of manners, polite, such a sweetheart. And it always kills me when he says, love. Hello, love. Oh my God, I die inside. Like, hello, love. Oh my God. If I meet him, I'm gonna tell him to say that. Can you please say hello, love? Just once. Just say hello, love. But I'm just giving you an example. These people were put into our lives to play that role because universe thought that we needed to learn from that. So look at everyone who did you wrong in your life and understand that that was the role that they were assigned to play. They played it. Now clap and say thank you. Because at the end of a drama, right? At the end of a movie, at the end of a play, what do all the actors do? They come out on stage holding hands and they bow down in front of you and say thank you. In high school, I used to write, I was part of the yearbook committee, the yearbook club. And I had a friend who was in the thespians club. Because the school that I went to was it was a creative school. We had drama, singing, instrumental. We had writing, graphic design, and arts, right? I did writing. So I remember my freshman year in high school, I scripted a play. And when the actors from the drama club, from the drama department, acted out my screenplay, I was in awe because they made my play come to life in front of me on stage. Thank you guys. You know who you are. If anybody from high school that went to high school with me is listening, I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful for the connection that we made. I'm so grateful to have walked the halls with you. Thank you so much. So when the play was done, I was just like, wow, that I wrote that and they made it come to life. Think of your life the same thing. You wrote this play out a long time ago before you decided to step into that little tiny body of yours when your mom gave you birth. So all the actors and all the characters that you come across and the people that you meet and the people that you have relationships with, the people that you have connections with, even that you make eye contact with, you put them in that role. You casted them. So what? And then, because like what did I say to the cast after the play was done? After they played my play. they acted in my play. I was just stunned. I was amazed, and I was like, "Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. It was an honor working with you guys." Imagine we can say that in real life. Like to my enemies out there, to my ops out there, if I have any. I know I do. Hi guys, what's up? I want to say thank you to you. I'm so grateful. It's an honor to be serving with you. It's an honor that you are here and you feel the way you do. It's an honor that you feel that way about me, but I want you to understand that I don't hate you. I still love you. I still want the best for you. I never hated you. I put you in my life to teach me these lessons. I put you in my life for you to fuck me over. And that comes back to us, guys, at the end of the day. Let's just be honest about it. Acceptance is everything. And once you accept it, Like, they say that, once a person accepts that they've been abandoned, they don't care about it anymore. Once a person accepts that they've been lied to, yeah, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's that denial that keeps us, You know what I mean? Denial keeps us stuck. Denial keeps us in regret because we can't believe this person did that. No, believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it with your heart that this person did that. Why? Because you signed them up for this role. Like, I picked my first love to play that role. I picked that spirit in his body to play that role because I needed to learn a lesson. For everyone that hurt me, that broke my heart, I chose those people to break my heart. Long time ago, when I was sitting in the ethers, I consolidated with their souls. We went back and forth. We conversated. We had meetings like, you know what, you're gonna come in at this part of my life when I'm like 25 years old, and you're gonna totally break my soul. You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna make me feel like love doesn't exist because I need to, I need to jump back from that. I need to create myself again from that. You're gonna help me find myself in this point, okay? So when you come into my life and we fall in love, and then you break my heart, I'm gonna be depressed for a little bit, but through that depression, I'm gonna grow. That's what's gonna help me grow. Think about it that way. Once you think about it that way, it makes things so much easier. It makes you realize that life is actually not bad because you wrote it out for yourself. You and God sat down and wrote your story already. The only thing is, you just forgot. Soon as you were born, soon as you came out of your mother's womb, you forgot all of that. That you and God sat down, you and the universe sat down, and you already wrote this story. Like, okay, I'm going to go in there. This is what I'm going to learn. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to, get my heart broken. This is where I'm going to learn my lesson. This, and that person they're going to betray me, but through that betrayal, I'm going to grow. I'm going to learn to be more understanding, more aware of the people around me and the energy around me. I'm going to understand this. So that's why I tell you, don't take anybody for granted, number one. Number two, don't look at anybody as they're your enemy. Trust me, that enemy of yours loved you at one point. That's why you're the enemy. Okay? Love and hate has a thin line. Anybody who hates you today, they only hate you because they loved you at one point. It's kind of, it's tragedy in a sense. Because when you don't love someone, you could care less. When they walk out of your life, you don't really care less. You care less. You don't even care for their existence. But it's those people that you harp on and that you hate is because they meant something to you at one point. You felt something there. And emotions is what's driving you to hate. That's why I say, don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. Sometimes people have to be who they are in order for us to learn from that. Like a lot of people always say, why do good things happen? I mean, why do bad things happen to good people? Maybe those bad things need to happen to good people because people need to stop being so good. Why is that person still hurting you? Why do they keep hurting you? Because you need to stop being so good to them. You need to close your door to them. That's why these things happen. Like, why did me and my first love end? Because we both needed to understand that we were too dependent on each other, that we needed to become individuals. Number two, what we learned was that we need to listen to ourselves and not be influenced by outside people. Now that we know this, we can have better lives with other people. We can have better relationships. Everything is a learning process. Everything is a growing process. Once we understand this, we start to look at scenarios a little differently in our life. We start to look at the things that went bad for us or sour for us, and we're actually grateful. Like, wait a minute, if this actually worked out for me, maybe it would have been bad. Maybe it would have taken more from me than just my time and energy at this moment. Where your breakup, happened, and now you're just depressed for 2-3 months, then you get over it. Say you would have ended up marrying this person and things really would have gotten hard. Now you got kids involved. It's more tasking, isn't it? So be grateful for when things end when they do, because that was the expiration date. That's where it needed to go. And after that, nothing more, nothing less. So again, this message is to help you understand. Don't hate your past. Don't regret anything. If you've been abandoned, if you've been betrayed, if you've been lied to, if you've been left behind, you've been backstabbed, I totally understand your pain. I'm telling you, I myself sat there and fought over and over, like, why did I let this person in? Why did I trust this person? Why? Easy. You want to know why? Because you had to learn from it. Now that you learned, don't make the same mistake again. Now that you learned, Don't make the same mistake again. That is why it is safe to love. Just don't make the same mistakes again. Don't choose to give your heart to someone who is not going to take care of it. And don't take a heart if you know well that you are not going to take care of it. Be with someone when you're ready, not because you're lonely. If you're not happy where you are, move. If you cannot change the people around you, then change the people around you. Simple. Simple as that. If you are with company that you don't get along with and now you're outgrowing them and you're getting sick of hanging out with them, move yourself away and find company that you get along with. It's there. You just have to open yourself up to it. And if you're scared to let new people into your life, just have boundaries. Know what you want to share and know what you don't want to share. And once you get into that process of trusting someone again, then share what you want to share. It's all in your hand, beloved. You are the creator of everything. You hold everything. You have the free will. You have the right to share what you want to share and what you don't. You know, I lived a life where I had such tall walls, great walls built up so high with moats with alligators in it that wasn't letting anybody in. I was only hurting myself. But I needed to go through that time period to become strong within myself. Now I took away the alligator moat and I took away the cement wall, but the fence is still there. Like now people can see through, but now you just gotta you gotta know the password to get in. If you don't know the password to get in, you ain't getting in. And now you see how I have it? Before there wasn't even a password. There was a cement wall. You just could not get in. No, I was blocking everybody off. Just me, myself, and I was an island. But I learned that I'm human. I can't survive as an island. I still need people. I still need friends. I need human contact. You know what I mean? Or else I'm going to wither away. Just like a flower needs water and sunlight, we need touch. We need affection. We need love. We need friendship. We need someone that we can laugh with. We need someone who we can share our heart's feelings with. And I know sometimes after the things that we've been through, it makes it really hard to trust someone again. But you can still try it. Once you feel that you can't trust someone, pull away. And it's okay to do that. And if you feel like you could trust someone, be trusting of them. But don't give trust away so easily. Let them earn it. And learn to laugh again, guys. Please be lighthearted. The only way to make this life, which is fucking boring and a living hell, is to laugh, to play, to make it fun. If not, you're going to be miserable. You know, it's like life gave, like what Maya Angelou, right? Life gave you lemon, so you made lemonade. Listen to Beyonce's fucking album. She'll tell you the same thing. Make them lemonades. Put some sugar in that shit. Summer's coming. Sit out there, drink your lemonade. It's fine. Like there's another one. Every pebble and stone that you threw at me, I collected it to make my house. Take whatever people say with a grain of salt, or in through one ear and out the other. That's my motive. People are always going to be people. Who you are depends on you. And at the end of the day, when something ends with somebody, thank them. And say, you know what? Thank you for being who you are and playing the role that you played in my life, because I needed this. And I'm glad that it was you. Because you never know. You pick this person to play this role, to open your eyes at some point. Like I met an individual 3-4 years ago, and it was just crossing paths. Literally, just two ships in the night just crossing each other. Just two ships in the night passing by. That's it. That's all we were. But I learned so much. That person changed my life so much. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm not like, oh my God, if I was to meet him again, he never called me. No, it wasn't about that. We were supposed to pass each other, because when we passed each other, that's when we ignited that spark within each other that reminded us of who we were. Sometimes that's all it really is. That's why people always yell at me, right? Oh, you never take shit seriously. I do, and I don't. Sometimes intuitively, there's some just things that are just not meant to take seriously. Some connections, some people who you meet in passing. There's some people that you're supposed to take seriously and some people that you're not. There's some connections that are meant to evolve and there's some connections that are not. If we spend our entire lives trying to figure out why something didn't work, we're losing out here. Okay? Losing out big time. So again, beloveds, my loves, it's okay. All right? As they say in my language, tike, cuégalme. It's all right. It's going to be fine. You just got to keep moving step by step. 1, 2, 1, 2. As long as you keep moving, you will arrive at your destination. If you sit down and stop, how are you going to get to where you want to get to? How are you going to be what you want to be if you just stop? So please don't stop. If anything, continue. Continue harder and faster and more determined with more persistence than before. Because I believe that whatever that you're seeking and whatever that you want, that gives you peace, that brings you joy, it's there. You just got to be patient and you just got to believe that you will get there and you will get there. All right, guys, I love you. And again, it's okay to love and it's okay to be afraid, but don't be afraid for too long. You're going to miss a lot of things if you stay afraid. All right. Love you guys.